Hey guys, Mermails here. This is a video response to Mega Capital G's Abyss Dweller video. Basically, I agree with some of what he says, and I disagree with some of what he says. I do agree with that the point that the Abyss Dweller is generic, that basically any deck can run it. I like that about Abyss Dweller. It makes it very playable, and the fact that it shuts down Dark World and Frog Narcs is really cool. But I don't really agree with the fact that it's going to basically be the answer for Mermail Atlanteans. Basically, here's like a pros and cons list. Essentially, it's generic, so that's cool. It only hurts your opponent's graveyard activation costs or graveyard activations. It gives your water monsters a water boost if all the materials on it, or if the materials on it are, let me read exactly what it says. Well, this card has an Exceed material attached that was originally a water monster, so it only needs one. If one of the Exceed materials wasn't originally a water monster, it gives all water monsters you control a boost. It's really good for the mirror Mermail Atlantean. It kills Dark World and Frog Narcs, and basically Mermail Atlantean mirror. You can chain it to your opponent's Maxi and Veilers, so that those become useless, and then they can't Maxi or Veiler for the rest of the turn. And if you kill a Sangan, stops the Sangan, and it's Mulan Glace food. So those are really good pros, basically on the side of Mermail Atlanteans. And the cons are basically that if you're not using water monsters, it's only 1700 attack. So basically any other Exceed can kill it. That's basically a rank 4. Some rank 3s can kill it inherently, just from their attacks, and it can't get over Zen mains unless it has a water material underneath it. Traps, basically all the traps that everybody uses can kill it. But that can be said about any monster, though. That's kind of a generic argument. Heroes have G-Spark and Super Poly against it, which is kind of a sucky thing. They can make absolute 0, but what are you going to do about that? And basically heroes, that's what makes heroes awesome, is they have a good matchup against everything, essentially. So with that being said, yes, it's generic. I think at a generic level, 1 should be run in every side deck. Multiple should be run in water decks. I think that, yeah, it'll do kind of good against Atlantean Mermails, but like Mega Capital G said, they run mind control. So basically, what that means is if you activate its effect and then they mind control it, his effect is active for your opponent. So now, because it only affects your opponent's graveyard, your opponent now controls it, and it affects your graveyard. Which really wouldn't be an issue, I guess, since you're running heroes and whatever else. I'm not sure how the interaction with Dino Rabbit works. Like, say you activate Rabbit, the cost has been paid, you chain Abyss Dweller. I'm not sure if Rabbit's effect resolves out of play or if it activates on the field. So I'm not sure exactly how that works. You guys can tell me in the comment section. But so yeah, so I mean, this seems more like a strengthening card for Atlantean Mermails than any other decks. I mean, it's going to give those decks somewhat of an opportunity to fight back without having to actually run Soul Drain. I think a better option would just be running Soul Drain. But then again, Mermail Atlanteans have answers for face-up traps and stuff like that. So, I mean, this could be an okay, a little bit of an option, but I think because of the way that the meta seems to be going, that Konami is trying to strengthen the water build as much as they possibly can. And this is fortifying it like to the max. They've already got inherent abilities that can't be stopped unless you're running Soul Drain. And nobody really wants to run Soul Drain, it seems like. There's 3 Mysticals and a Heavy out right now. Mulan Glace is a thing. Atlantean Mermails. That's 2 different archetypes from 2 different sets, essentially, that are water. And then this guy comes out, Bahamut Shark. I mean, there's just all these water strengthening cards that are just ridiculous, and it's really easy to get these things out. And basically, it seems like cards like this are meant to hurt other decks, just to make, put the hurt on other decks. Basically, Frognarks is going to get hurt by this. Dark Worlds is going to be killed like this. I made a list of cards that are hurting Dark Worlds right now, and basically Abyss Dweller, Soul Release, and Shadow Mirror are on there. And it's just like, Konami doesn't want you to play Dark Worlds anymore. Konami doesn't want you to play a lot of decks. And I can see Heroes being hit, come March. So I mean, like, if you just look at the trend, basically water is going to just get substantially stronger as time progresses, once we hit March and all that stuff. So I mean, basically that was what I didn't agree with, that this is the card to hurt Mermails. I feel that Konami wants to strengthen water, and even in Cosmo Blazer, even though there's fire stuff coming out, there's still a lot of water support. Even though it might be like maybe a quarter of the set, or not even that, but just a small portion of the set. But there's some good support in there. There's some more beastie monsters in there, some water support, some more Mermail stuff. It's just like, I can't really see the argument that this is the answer to Mermail Atlanteans being 100% true. But I do like the argument that it's generic and a lot of decks can run it. Unfortunately, Mega is probably very accurate with about the price of it going up. Basically, if I really need to get one of these, at least one. I don't really plan on running Mermail Atlanteans because I think that's going to be the money, deck basically right now. Like Dad, the Teledad was really expensive. I think Mermail Atlanteans is going to be like that, at least until Lavels come out. So I really need to get a Mermail. I mean, a Abyss Dweller before they become double digits, essentially. I think I would probably spend $10 on this card. If it was if it plateaued at 10, that's great. I think it's worth 10, but any more than 10 is too much. I think it's a good card, but I don't think it's, unless you're running water, which is going to be the deck to run until Lavels come out, and then water Lavels, and then all that. But yeah, so those are my arguments to say basically that this isn't the granddaddy answer to Mermail Atlanteans, unless you're running Mermail Atlanteans, and it's a good mirror card. It's going to be okay in some situations to run it, but I think that it just strengthens their deck more than it hurts their deck. And that's about it. So in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think. Your experience with the card. I really like it. I think it's awesome. G seems to like it too. Tell us what you think, basically. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.